good evening, and welcome to another episode of your daily show Achievements. I'm your host Fatma Al-Hajri, and today I'm with my colleague Abdul Latif Al-Anizi. Good evening, Abdul Latif.
Good evening, Fatma. And as my colleague said, we are hosts and we will be taking you through this episode, so stay tuned after this report.
A successful identity is built on things a person has done. Your most important accomplishments are a very important way for you to measure your success. Colleagues, competitors, and the general public can look at a person's achievements to figure out how successful they are. Most of the time, putting in a lot of work pays off. Most people think a successful life is one of a lot of things to be proud of. When you finish a task, you win over problems or other people. Achieve means to work together to reach a hard and challenging goal. Everyone should be ready to help out and work together if they need to. There are many ways to reach a goal, but in the end, it's up to you to decide how it will pay out in your life. In their careers, some people want to get rich and will be well known. Some people think that even small victories are reasons to have a party. We're all different, so we all have our own thoughts on everything. In the end, though, everyone wants to be happy, and everything you do in life will help you to get closer to that ultimate goal.
Welcome back, our viewers. Tonight we're having with us a champion in one of the newest sports in our region. Pentathlon is 5 different sports games. It is hard, that's why we don't see often players on this kind of sports. Our guest already won in different types of games in the pentathlon. We are going to know all about it with our guest, the champion, Mr. Salim Salim. Welcome, Salim, and thank you for being here with us at Achievements.
You're welcome, and I thank you for you, Abdul Latif, and Ms. Fatma Al-Hajri.
It's our pleasure to have you with us. Of course, we'd like to know more about your early steps into this passion, especially that you're into back horse riding and also fencing as well. So can you tell us about that?
First thing, the back horse riding, that's something I take it with my father. He have a stable when I'm 4 years old. So the pentathlon is, is about 5 games that is inside it, fencing and back horse riding. I go to the pentathlon, maybe now I will become in 1 year that I play this game. So fencing, I'm not very perfect as you think. But I tried in the first time. It's not my hobbies, When I'm trying it, I like it. It's so good,
It's an interesting sport. It's different. It has 5 different categories when it comes to
all of it's fun,
which is very interesting. It's not just like spinning and then swimming. There's also, you mentioned earlier before we started the program, that there's also shooting in it.
Yes.
Which is very interesting.
It is kind of movement inside it. I mean, I think you have to shoot, because I saw a report about it once, and I think that you have to shoot and then you take a spin and then you come back and shoot.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah, because if you run, then shooting is about the time that you need it. The target is about 15 seconds. You should close it in 10 or 20 seconds. When you're running, there are some people, they are faster than you. So you have the gun. Maybe I'm not very fast, but I'm very good in
aiming, of course.
Yeah, in aiming, yes.
So you're better in some areas, better than other players. Other players are better in certain areas.
Yeah. So this is why they put the gun that you're running. Then I will close it before the 15 seconds, maybe 5 seconds, 7 seconds, something like that. Then I will be running as I have more minutes to. Behind the champion, that I'm the first one.
Okay, so this is interesting. So this gives you chances as players and participants in this kind of competitions to actually catch up and get more points.
Yeah.
And it's more a team game, I think, right? So you're not doing the 5 sports, all of it on your own, right?
No, let me tell you. In Kuwait, they changed the law. The actual pentathlon is about 5 games in the same time. Just the one player, he play it. Like he played the 5 games in 1 day.
Swimming, fencing, horse riding, running, and shooting.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can play it that you have something it's called like couples, or 3 players, 2 players, that you maybe you swim, then I will be running and shooting. So
And another guy with fencing.
yes, that's not team. It's called something. It's couple, something like that. I don't remember what this is. So actually, it's not a team. It's just about one person that he do the.
But that's a good thing, so we don't have it here. So, because seriously,
I think
you'll
it's
get
even
tired.
interesting the way
Yeah.
that they change it here. So everyone, like if you're really good at fencing, you take the fencing part, and if your shooting range is really good, you take the shooting part. And for you, you also like horse riding, and you started at a very young age. And I think this is like the part you usually pick, right?
Yeah, yeah. This is why I picked the biathlon, because there is inside it the horseback back
So,
ride. Yeah.
Salim, can you tell us about your home background and how it's affected you to become what you are today? Because you participate in biathlon and mashallah you won. And I think it was the first competition here in Kuwait.
Yes.
You won one of the medals, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell us about your home background and how it supported you and helped you to become what you are today?
Like what do you mean?
Like your father and your family, did they not like supporting, but the environment inside your house, did it help you to become what you are today? Like your father, and maybe there is a legacy with sports, or did he motivated you to become as an athletic?
Yeah, my father was a champion, a swimmer champion. Also my family, Al Salim. So that's important to us to know how to swim. So also when I swim, I try 3 games like ice skating, horses, and swimming when I was 4 years old. So that's important to us to how to swim. So my father, he teach me how to swim. I go to the Kuwait club swim, and then I play ice skating. Then I like the sports, all the sports. I like to try everything in my life. So before that, I listened that maybe in 1 year there is a game it's called biathlon. I just show it, and I like it because I have more experience about all the sports, as you think, you know.
Of course. Can you tell us more about biathlon, exactly what the sport is exactly, so our dear viewers can learn more about it?
Yeah, biathlon, as you know, it's about 5 games that the player play it in 1 day. The important game inside the biathlon is laser run. Laser run is about running and shooting. So also you have the second game is fencing. Fencing you will play maybe with 36 player. The fencing is different. The fencing that we know it outside the biathlon. Like you have just one target or one shot in your soul to another player. That you have 1 minute to touch the next player. Then when you finish, to go to the second player. You don't know what I mean, right?
You're trying
Yeah,
to hit
I'm
the
trying
first
to-
target, like your first
Yeah.
competitor, and then you try to hit the other competitor, or you just move on to your next step?
Yeah, the fencing for outside the biathlon, you have maybe 15 points. In the biathlon, you have 1 point.
You just have to touch the
One-
other
yeah, yeah.
opponent.
Anywhere, in the head, chills, anywhere. The fencing outside the biathlon, different to us, you know, that you have something, you have a law, you know. You
Yeah,
There's
the
touch
rules
different
are
the-
different
points,
from the side-
different
Yeah.
techniques.
Yeah.
But for the biathlon, it's only just touching the other opponent and just
From
getting
anywhere,
the
yeah.
target.
And taking the point after that, right?
Yeah, you're taking the point. If you don't take the point, you have another champion.
Competitor?
You will play
Of
it
course.
together.
I think that they have to change it because it is 5 games inside 1 game,
Yeah,
inside
yeah,
one
yeah,
competition.
Yeah.
So I think that they have to change it into different rules. I mean, there are swimming, but I don't think that the rules for the swimming inside the pentathlon like the rules in the swimming Olympics.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. The Olympics, you have something it's called a swimming butterfly, and the biathlon, you
don't
can
have it.
swim anything.
But
You just
it's how
have
fast you
covered
go.
the area,
Yeah.
the specific area that they had
Yeah, yeah.
designed. So
Okay.
what do you do after the fencing part?
Fencing part that we have, of course, the back horse riding. I never play it in Kuwait, but they will change it in biathlon inside all the companies and all the world, because I think there is a problem with the back horse riding. They see some problems with the horse, because when you play this game, you didn't use your horse. So the horse, you need something that you have, if I have a horse, I should have the, like, it's my horse that he know me, I know him,
Yeah, the connection between you and the
so
horse.
in the game, you don't have your horse, you're using different horses.
Yeah, if I go to another country, that I use their horses, not my horse.
Of course,
so
it's not gonna react the same way that your horse is.
Yeah.
So you have to ship your horse so you can have a better connection with the horse.
Yes, and a better chance of winning.
So can you tell us about your first competition in fencing?
I didn't do the competition in fencing. Inshallah, it will be soon. Also, I will go to the Spain, inshallah, soon. Maybe I play the 5 games. Inshallah.
So you will participate in fencing?
Yeah, it's not just fencing, all the biathlon.
Yeah, but the last time you didn't participate in fencing, right?
No, I just take the training.
It is a new committee here in Kuwait, the pentathlon, and I think that it's been established around 2021, as we know about it. And the first competition, I think it was almost early or late 2022 or early 2023, right?
Yes, yes.
So that's a good thing. But can you tell us about how did you felt when you first joined the competition here?
How that I felt?
Yeah, I mean, it
I
must
think
be a
sometimes,
good new
like
feeling.
even the first time, you get anxious, nervous, excited. So what was it for you?
Yeah. And the first day that I go to this club, I feel that I have this all experience about the game. So actually, I'm very excited when I come to this club, and I'm the first player maybe in Kuwait or the GCC that I play this game. So of course I will be excited for this game.
Oh, we are honored to have you here then.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, look at his medals and even his cups. I think he did win a lot of achievements, and we saw the box you came in with. Yeah. It had a lot of medals in it. Of course, when it comes to pentathlon, which is your favorite part? You mentioned that you already love horse riding. So when it comes to you, which part do you usually choose, or which one do you usually prefer?
Actually, of course, the horses and laser run.
Laser run.
Yes.
Why is it the laser run?
Because I don't put on the future that I will be better in the running.
Or maybe fencing.
Or maybe fencing. So when I try this game, I see something that I never know it,
Which is the good feeling. But inshallah, the next time we will see you professional at all 5 of it, because it is important. I mean, it takes a lot of stamina, I know that.
And even like if you're competing abroad, not in Kuwait, you have to do all 5. So I think this can be like a very exciting moment for you. We still have a lot more questions for you, Salim. But dear viewers, we will take a short break and we'll be right back.
Salim is a player in the Kuwait Club for Modern Pentathlon Sport. He obtained an arbitration certificate in the Modern Pentathlon 2022. Salim won the first place in the Kuwait Laser Run Championship in 2022. Moreover, he won the first place in the National Day Modern Pentathlon Championship this year. Salim is also a former player for the Kuwait Swimming Club. Some of his skills are horseback riding, shooting, and skiing. In 2021, only Salim has won 22 medals in different marathons. He has also won a silver medal in the game of speed and speed on ice. In addition, Salim has earned a bronze medal in the individual shooting sport. The sport that Salim practices, which he is very special in it, is the sport of freestyle on ice. Salim spends most of his time practicing his favorite sports. He's eager and ambitious to always achieve more medals and wins. He is a 24-year-old young man who has graduated from the College of Aviation Engineering. On his own time, Salim practices his pentathlon hobby, and he has joined the club because he's experienced in these 5 sports. The sport of pentathlon consists of 5 sports that are swimming, fencing, horseback riding, running, and laser run. In addition, Salim has assured that the sport of pentathlon requires strategic fitness. Anyone practicing the sport is recommended to follow a specific fitness plan in order to achieve his goals in the sport. Salim is ambitious and would like to achieve more of his targets and dreams in the future. He works and strives hard to accomplish his goals in pentathlon.
Welcome back, our viewers, as we continue our interview with our lovely guest, Salim Salim. So, Salim, can you tell us when is your favorite time to do what you love? Your hobby in general?
Ice skating.
Ice skating?
Yes.
When exactly?
When I finish my training in the club, like maybe I will start at 6 p.m. I finish 8, then I will go to ice skating or maybe go to the roll skate.
To the roll skates?
Yeah, in Maryland.
There is connection. I mean, both of it, you wear some skates and you start sliding and rolling. But why is that? I mean, personally, I tried the same thing, which is the ice skating. We like it maybe for the same reason, that when you wear the headsets, you have this feeling. But can you describe more? Why is it your favorite time?
That's something, you know, I very like to, you know, I want my mind to relax. So I like ice skating and roller skate because I listen to the music. I forget I forget
anything that you have.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's like a mind vacation, if I may say.
So this is why I chose to play ice skating. It gives me something that when you play, you fly, not playing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So this is why.
Of course, I'm sure you had a lot of support from your family as well as your friends when it comes to sports, especially this new sports, pentathlon right here in Kuwait. I think it's really new in this region. So how would you say the support is when it comes to your family and friends?
My father first, that he know this game. I talked about it before I go this game. He tell me that it's same like a triathlon, that he running and have the bikes, I think, and swimming. So when I tell him, he say okay, because you know every sport in Kuwait. Before I was swimming in the Kuwait club, I go out in this club because I have more study. Now I graduate and I need something is good to me to have this sport. So when I see the pentathlon. It's speak about me, you know. It speak that we need someone, you know, this 5 games. So I chose this sport. Actually, my mom, she's very happy, and my father that the first Kuwaiti player that he's played in this game. And also I'm also very happy to play this game. So the sports I take it from my family, my brothers, my sisters, and also myself.
Of course, I think it's very important to have this kind of encouraging surround system when it comes to family and friends, especially that your father was an athlete himself, and to have this kind of support from your mother, especially when it comes to encouraging you in different sports and a new sport here in Kuwait. And you were the first to try it. So it must have been amazing and really exciting for you to be doing all these amazing things.
It's like a legacy.
Yeah.
I mean, if after like let's say 20 years, when we see the pentathlon is really as big as football,
and he's the first one to start it.
Yeah, and then we hear that there was a legend called Salim Salim, and maybe one of your kids, inshallah, they will say like my dad, he was the legend, he was the first one who started it and won. So of course, but when we talk about the pentathlon, we talk about 5 different games. I mean, I cannot be professional, seriously. I cannot be professional at one of it. I'm talking personally, okay? But tell us about the obstacles that you have during your journey on the pentathlon.
Like what do you mean?
Difficulties that you have. I mean, it must be difficult, right? You have some difficult times.
I think sometimes even like
maybe
you
during
have
training.
Challenges.
Yeah. Maybe during training, do you have to be professional at every one of these 5 games?
Of course not. Of course it's not. It's this 5 games. Actually, every day I ask myself how that I play these 5 games, and I have more hobbies that I do it in my life, like cooking and designing, and also I'm study aviation engineering.
MashaAllah.
So how that I do this 5 games? The year is about learn the life. So year after year, that 1 year or 1 month, you learn something new to your life.
More and more lessons.
Yeah, so this is why when I'm seeing myself that I have that time that I should learn everything in this life. It's about just experience that maybe in the future you don't need any help for anyone, you know.
That's very well said. I think it's amazing. It's very important to actually learn a lot of different things,
Yeah.
a lot of different activities, just be like self-taught, and you really know how to handle everything in every single situation. So I'll say I'm looking at these medals. There's a lot of them. Also the cups. So can you tell us a little bit about them? Where did you get them from? Which achievements?
Yeah, I will tell you. The first thing, this one, I take it from Kuwait competition. That was the first competition in Kuwait for 5 games, but different player that he chose 1 game. So I chose the laser run as the imported game inside this competition, Kuwait competition. So the medals, I take it from marathons, maybe like 22.
You participate in a lot of marathons.
Yeah, so this is the first step when I go to the biathlon, because I don't like the running, but I listen about the marathon. I give myself a chance to try this something new in my life.
Of course, I think that's very important to even like for running. I get this amazing sensation, even if you don't like it in the beginning, but after you start running, you feel really good about yourself.
Yeah. So the second cup, I take it. I don't think, maybe I say his name.
I think maybe you
Yeah,
had too many
you have this one.
accomplishments. You started to
I forget it
yeah.
actually. So no, the first one is this one. We do it in we all the players in the biathlon, our friends and players, we know the laser run, so we do competition between us, not outside.
Okay, it's just
the
a
club.
friendly competition.
Yeah. The second one we do it in the Kuwait,
Which is
from
the main competition that you have.
the big competition.
So it is important to have these all types of medals. But can you tell us that, is it maybe one of the reasons that you won on the laser run is that you participated in marathons? It helped you?
Of course, why not? The marathons you take long running, like 10 kilo, 20, 30, you know. So when you're running in marathon, I know it's different between the laser run. Laser run, it's short running.
But it's actually running. You have to run fast,
Yeah,
right?
you need to run fast. That's 16 meter and 3 kilo.
And there are people who speeds you and try to be as fast as you, maybe faster.
Yeah.
So you participated in a lot of competitions here in Kuwait. You're talking about marathons and the pentathlon. How was the feeling when you participated here in Kuwait for the pentathlon and for these things that you, mashallah, already have it?
Yeah.
I mean, some of it you actually forgot about. You forgot
He
the
had
name.
so many accomplishments. It's very
Yeah.
hard to keep up with.
Wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, the actually is it's good, but you know, my wish to be the best player in the world. So I wish to play outside the Kuwait to know the champions between Kuwaiti people and another country. We know that Kuwaiti people, they are the best country and the best players in the world. They Kuwaiti, they do everything and like a hobbyist.
They
the
give it
first
their
thing.
all. They do.
Yeah.
They try their best. They work out very hard.
Actually, we
They're
heard.
very dedicated.
Yeah.
So when it comes to athletes, I think we have really amazing athletes here in Kuwait.
Yeah, so this is why this is my wish to be the best.
To be one of these Kuwaiti athletes that
yes,
wherever they go, they become professional athletes. And actually, we heard a lot of things, and one of the most wonderful things is that we've seen Kuwaiti people in the last year, 2022. We won in shooting competitions. We won in jet skis competitions. We won, I think, kite serve and serving in a lot of competitions.
Yes.
We've seen Kuwaiti people won on it. And we heard that the International Pentathlon League, they were surprised about the Kuwaiti, that when they participated for the first time and they did wonderful. How was the feeling when you heard about that news?
Of course, I feel, as you say, that's so good that you know
You're one of them.
the blade, the blood of Kuwaiti people is, you know, it's gold. You know.
Of course, and do you think that pentathlon will be more popular here in Kuwait amongst the people?
I wish to. I wish to. This is the first year that the pentathlon is open. Maybe the future they will be the
A lot of people will show up and
a lot of
participate.
club and academic. You know.
I think because it's still new, we really need to spread the word out there when it comes to this kind
Yeah.
of new games. Get people joining in the game and participating, or even just watching, cheering, could be really helpful.
Yes.
It is helpful, and sometimes I think that when also complimenting on what you said, that having these people to cheer you up and to be there for you, it is wonderful. And inshallah, in the next time, I mean, we've only seen the pentathlon here in Kuwait, but inshallah, the next time
So,
we will see you competing internationally, as you said, in Spain,
yes.
right? But since you tried horseback riding and laser run, do you think that it really fits in the pentathlon? Do you think that you can fit doing both of it, which is the horse riding and the laser run? Do you think you can do it both at one competition?
Actually, 5 this game is all of them are together. So you do the 5 games. Of course, you should have the something that you know how to running and shooting and the back horse riding.
Of course, and what really scares you about it the most when it comes to pentathlon? Because you have a lot of different activities, 5 games. So I'm sure sometimes like you get scared because you mentioned sometimes the horses you're not familiar with them. So it's a different horse. It can be very hard to ride. It can be very hard even to interact with. So what really scares you about this game, or what are you afraid of?
I'm afraid about the players.
The other players,
Yes.
the other competitors.
Yeah, because it's new in Kuwait, and I started when I 23 years old. So there is people they started 5 and 6 and 7.
They have longer experience.
Yeah, they
than-
have much experience.
Yes.
So this is why I scared. But inshallah, I will do my best.
Of course, I think
It's
if
not
you give it
impossible.
your best
Yeah.
and with your time management, I think it can be very manageable, you know, because if you're dedicated, like you have a goal, you just have to push, you give it your all and just hope for the best.
Of course.
And it is important that I mean it's not total excuse to
Okay.
see that people tried it since they were like 5 or 8. I mean it is something legit that they are doing, but it is not impossible. I mean Salim, since you participated in pentathlon, since you tried it almost all of it,
Yeah.
and you're going to Spain, and you're also a horse trainer. You told me before the interview,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I mean I think it's wonderful that you have this experience, and I don't think that it will stop you. Do you think that there's something will stop you from achieving the next goals of your life?
Inshallah, I will say no. I will say no.
So do you think like one of the reasons why it's not so common to see a Kuwaiti player who participates in pentathlon, why is that? Why is it not so common in Kuwait? Because you're the first to try it. Why haven't other people tried it before?
There is people they say maybe they have they didn't have the time, and there is student people. Also, these 5 games. If you ask yourself how I will be training in these 5 games, you have work and you have the club. So I think this is the problem inside the Kuwait, that the person he didn't have the time.
Of course, because it's 5 different sports, so you have to have a lot of time to practice. Because even when it comes to one sport, you sometimes practice like 1 a day, and you have work and you have other social obligations, so it can be very hard to manage.
So time
Yeah.
management sometimes can be hard, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Yeah.
it's 5 new different sports, so
How
unless
can you train? I mean,
it's very hard. You have to be very
like 1 hour
dedicated.
fencing, 1 hour for every
No,
sport.
not all of them the same day.
You
Yeah.
can
Really?
split them throughout
Yeah,
the week.
yeah. You
Yes.
can you have schedule, and maybe at 6 o'clock you will start at the laser run. It take maybe 14 minutes. Then you will do the swimming, take 20 minutes, 13 minutes. It's about 1 hour to 2
Yeah,
hours.
it's okay then. When you explain it this way, I mean, it's okay. So, Salim, a personal question is, Can you tell us about your best experience that you have on your journey? Maybe let's say traveling to a country, maybe to train for the pentathlon, or maybe something really, an experience really wonderful that happened for you here during your journey.
For the pentathlon or
Pentathlon, or you wanted to say something happened to you from before during your life with your hobbies, let's say.
I don't have something, but
Training one of your horses maybe, and you accomplished it. It's
yeah,
considered as
the horse is about something, you know. If you have the horse, it's
it is complicated because we heard that you don't need to do some eye contact with it unless the horse will go crazy and will start hitting everything. It is dangerous.
there is something also you should have a trust between you and the horse. It's long story, you know. It's
So
not easy, and there is difference between the Arabic horses, English horses.
So we cannot have any horse and try it in the pentathlon, right? I think this is one of the
You
difficulties.
could, but I don't think like you would connect, as you mentioned, like because you have to have this connection.
Yeah, I think that I hear when you go for a competition, they give you the horse, they give you 2 minutes to speak with the horse. That's just speaking, I think.
Say
I
something
mean,
funny so the horse can laugh and do something maybe take the horse to try to do some dinner.
Yeah. So you have 2 minutes to take the horse to be confident and to have the sure that the horse is good for you, and you have the trust. But I don't, in my opinion, I don't think that is good. It's better that when you go, you should take your horses, because the horse, if you have many people, they use this one horse, the horse, his mind, he will be
Distracted, I think.
You don't know anyone is behind you, Abdulatif or Salim or Fatma, you know.
It might be hit from that horse, right?
Yeah, and he will be damaged, you know.
Yeah. So after this lovely information that you gave us, unfortunately we don't have any more time, so we reached it. But do you have one last thing to say to our viewers before we end?
Yeah, I just want to thank you first, Miss Fatma Al-Hajri, Abdulatif Al-Anazi,
You're most
and
welcome.
the directors, also the behind the camera. And I very, very happy to my life. I want to thank my father and my mother and my brothers, my sister, and all my lovers. That's what I want to say.
Inshallah, the next time we will see you as coming from Spain as a champion for the
Inshallah.
pentathlon.
Hopefully.
And thank you, yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. We really had so much fun, and it was a pleasure to have you here in the studio.
My pleasure.
And with that, dear viewers, we have reached the end of our time. We hope you enjoyed this episode. See you again tomorrow, and goodbye for now.
Goodbye.